So here we are supporting each other on this wellness journey. Okay. So as always, we start with learning or listening to someone else. Remember, we don't have to be friends with someone. We don't have to agree with someone. We can still learn from each other. And then we do the physical practice, and then we do the seated meditation. Okay. The surrounding situation may not be so friendly. It may even be hostile. But if your inner mental attitude is right, then the situation will not disturb your inner peace. On the other hand, if your attitude is not right, then even if you are surrounded by good friends and the best facilities, you cannot be happy. This is why mental attitude is more important than external conditions. Despite this, it seems to me that many people are more concerned about their external conditions and neglect the inner attitude of mind. I suggest that we should pay more attention to our inner qualities. Okay, so with that in mind, so let's explore the words of Dalai Lama in this physical practice. So what I heard, one of the things I heard was that he talks about the external situation and the internal situation. So I can be surrounded by hostility, but I can still be peaceful, or I can be surrounded by peace and still be at war with myself. So external situation and internal qualities. So let's external and internal situation, maybe. So here we have these two concepts that we can explore in the physical practice and in our bodies. Okay, so finding your seat, sitting up tall. So we do the same physical practice week after week, month after month, year after year, and yet every single practice is different. Every practice is slightly different, and we focus on something new. So maybe bring your awareness to your feet. Lift the toes, lift the heels. Notice a connection between the soles of the feet and the earth. You can look at your toes. And then maybe shift your awareness to your two sitting bones. Feel those two strong, steady sitting bones. And today, maybe have them represent external situation and internal situations. So there's an external environment. Is it friendly, hostile, or peaceful? And there's an internal environment, and same thing. Is that friendly, hostile, or peaceful? So maybe think about the external and internal situation or environment. And then come back to balance. And then if you want to, you can use your fingers. Makes it a little bit easier to push. So the crown of the head is rising up towards the universe. And when you do to do that, you're pushing the sitting bones into the seat and you're grounded into earth through your feet. Pit of the belly goes in and up. Internal support, internal support. And then maybe drop down to midbrain. Drop down to midbrain and wait for guidance. Wait for guidance. It always comes. It's a matter of waiting and hearing it, or seeing it, or sensing it. And then with your hands on your knees, you can start doing the cat-cow motion. Maybe exhale on when you're rounding your back, inhale on the back bend. Exhale and inhale. So having the first two koshas, the physical body and the breath body, work together as a team. And then find your way back to balance. Look at your fingers. Look at your hands. So we take skillful action with our hands, blinking, bubbling stars. All the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Maybe breathe through your nose and out through your mouth. And then reach and reach and reach. Notice how you are using your feet to ground into the earth, to reach higher into the universe. And then turn, let the arms go wide, look behind you. And then release, lift the shoulders a few times. And then look at your hands again. All the way up, clasp the hands, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. And then reach and reach, and notice how you're using your feet to reach higher. And then turn and twist. Look behind you. And then release. Okay, now look at your right hand. Let's start with the external situation. So think about how your external situation looks like. Is it hostile? Is it friendly? Is it peaceful? And then pick colors. And then draw a picture. Draw a picture. And describe your current external environment. And we observe without judgment. We're just observing how things are right now. And then release. And then look at your left hand. And this time, notice your internal situation. Is it hostile? Is it unfriendly, peaceful? So what kind of internal situation do you have? Pick some colors. And then draw that picture. Draw that picture. And then release. Okay, now we have these two images, one of the external and one of the internal. And then noticing that as we're twisting, that we live in kind of both worlds. We have our internal environment that we are completely in control of. And then there's an external environment. We can't, and we do have we have impact on our external situation. The way I behave is going to have an impact on others. Also, I can leave. if I'm in a place where it's not good for me, I can leave. And then we swim. Sometimes we swim with the current. If things are going well, we keep on doing whatever is going well. If it's not going well, we have to swim against the current, and create maybe new friendships, new groups, or a new internal situation. And that is often tricky. Okay, and then let the elbow and knee connect. Elbow and knee connect. And then crossing the midline. Okay, and now let's try to stay connected. So maybe start reach out, in big inhale, exhale, and then stay connected. Stay connected here. Okay, let's do an inhale. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, stay connected. Stay with it. Stay with it. And then release. Okay, so reach out, inhale, exhale. Inhale, open up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, now let's try both. So, okay, let's start here. Inhale. Exhale, and bring both knees into your elbows and stay. And release. Okay, now with a wide and stable base, or a wide and stable stance, we can explore more. So starting with a wide and stable, this triangle, and then starting to explore what does my external world look like, and what does my internal world look like. And start looking, and the wider you have, the more you're willing or able to see and explore. So how can you go into those dark corners of your external world and internal world with a wide, stable stance that makes it possible to explore even the darkest corners of your internal and external world. And then come back to neutral, and then imagine how you're jumping your feet together. Okay, now we're going to write. So look at your right foot, spread the toes, and then once again imagine your external world, and maybe this time, what would a helpful external world look like to you? And maybe write the story. How, what kind of external world would you like to have? And then write that story. Describe it with words. So describe it with words. What does the perfect external situation, environment, world look like to you? Write about it. Who is there? Where are you? Are you inside, outside? What are you doing? So describe that world with words. And then send that story to C. Okay. Step out wide. Elbows to knees, fingertips together, lengthen the spine. And then release down, let the head be heavy. Inhale, come back up. And then place that right foot on the left knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes. So even though the toes are separated, the foot keeps them together. So it feels like we are separated, but we are actually together or connected. So this is seated pigeon posture. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that goes under. Give yourself a hug. I love myself so much. I love myself so much. And then find your version of eagle, your version of eagle. And what does your bird look like today? Is it a baby? Is it a teenager? Is it an adult? And then let that bird spread its wings, spread your wings, and then land on top of the next mountain. Okay, look at your left toe, spread the toes. And now this time, describe in words what a perfect or a helpful internal situation would look like. So dip your toes in ink, and then write the story of what would a helpful internal world look like. And then describe it with words. How do you feel? What are you doing? Who are you with? And write that story and send that story to C. She would love to get these stories. I sent her a picture of the text I'm reading every day. So you could take a picture of your little story and just send it to her. It could be one paragraph. It doesn't have to be more. Just a paragraph describing your internal or external world. Okay, step out wide. Elbows to knees, fingertips together. And then place the left hand on the floor, the right hand on the right knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale and twist a little deeper. And then release down. Inhale, come back up. Breathe. And then place your right hand on the floor, left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, push a little deeper. And then release back down. Inhale, come back up. And then place that foot on your knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. Open up the toes. Gently guide that left knee out wide, opening up the hips, releasing stories. So we have stories in our body. That's the idea. And those can be rewritten. We can write new stories. We can write new stories. And then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then find your version of eagle. Your version of eagle. Look at it. What does it need to fly high? And then give that to your bird. Feed your bird whatever that it needs. And then let that bird fly high, 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 high. And then land on top of the next mountain. Okay. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. Now imagine yourself as that bird that just got what it needed. You just fed the bird what it needed. And the wings are growing, getting stronger and bigger. And then let those wings spread out wide and you go out. Maybe widen your stance a little bit, maybe all the way wide outside the mat. And then you go flying, you go flying, you go flying, you go flying. And then inhale, palms comes up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, dive deep. And this time, bring the arms behind your back. Hold on to opposite forearms. And then stay there. Stay there. And then use your breath as healing water. Healing water, rinsing, cleaning, healing, whatever needs to be rinsed, cleaned, and healed. And then release one of your wings and then place it behind your back. Release the other one and place it behind your heart. And then heal heal any stories from the past with your own hands. Heal any stories from the past. Rewrite the story. Rewrite the story. So it becomes helpful, useful, healing. Rewrite the story. And then release. Okay, let's get some bone health. So bring your feet a little closer to the chair, and then inhale, exhale, and come up to standing. And then let's pick a number. I'm going to make it easy. Pick 10. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Pick a different number. I'll pick 9. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Take a big inhale. Exhale. And this time we're going to stay standing. Okay, let's do breaths of joy, starting with breath of joy. So start with your arms out wide. It's 3 inhales and 1 exhale. Okay, so inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale. Last one, inhale 1, 2, 3, exhale. And let it go. Blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hands, turn them over. And then some side bending. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. And then let the arms go. Let the arms go. Let the arms go. And let the knee and the elbow connect. Crossing the midline. And then finding position of power. Position of power. Feel your internal power. You have the power to change your internal world. You could be in the most hostile environment, and yet you have the power to create a peaceful internal world. That's up to you. And then wake up the external support. So there's nothing wrong with having some external support. If you happen to be in an external environment that is friendly and peaceful and supportive, good for you. Good for you. And then lean and lift. Lean and lift. Breathe. And then try the other side. Lean and lift. Lean and lift. And then eventually we take skillful action. Taking skillful action. Okay, now we're going to push something away. So let's let's push hostile environment away. It could be internal, sometimes we are hostile towards ourselves or external, and then allow a peaceful, hostile, supportive, maybe supportive. So push hostile away and allow supportive to enter. So imagine a hostile environment. It could be external or internal. Give it a shape, form, color, and then push it away, push it away, push it away, push it away. And it's going to try to sneak back in. It's going to be very hard to resist. And you are going to win. You are going to win. And you're going to push it back. Maybe kick it side behind you. And then eventually it's going to be gone. And now you can release and allow that supportive environment, internal or external, to enter your world. Okay. Now let's celebrate that with 3 sun salutations. Okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, down the midline. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline, and then stay there. Hold your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion, self-love and self-compassion. And then release. Okay, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. I'm going to step back to warrior one. Inhale to chair posture, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, find the earth behind you. With a wide and stable stance, you can come up to warrior one. Observe without judgment. Place your hands in your back pocket. Transfer the weight forward. Reach away, reach, 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 and then connect. Reach and connect. Reach and maybe take the bite. Creating that circle of life. And then release and come back up to standing. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the right, left heel comes up. Take a big step back. With a wide and stable stance, you can come up to warrior one. Checking things out, gathering facts. Add some blinking, bubbling stars or some sprinkles. Reach forward, reach, reach, and then connect. Reach and connect. Reach and maybe take the bite. And then release. Okay, let's step back to warrior two. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight to the left, right comes off. Take a big step back. Open up the pelvic halves. Finding warrior two. One arm in the past and the other one in the future. Flip the front hand reverse. Move back to warrior two and then into the future. Back to warrior two in the present moment. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release down to Trikonasana. Rebend the front knee and find your way to warrior two again one more time. And then hands on the chair, pick up that back foot. And maybe the same hand, comes off. And then release back down. Okay, inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, left heel comes off. Take a big step back, open up the pelvic hugs. Flip the front hand, reverse the warrior. Move into the future, extended side angle. Back to the present moment. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release down, release down. Trikonasana. And then rebend the front knee, finding warrior two one more time. And then hands on the chair, pick up that back foot. And maybe same hand comes off. And then release back down to Tadasana. Okay. Balancing. So here we are starting as a mountain posture, stable, strong, steady. And then we drop a seed. And you can't see anything on the surface. In the beginning, you don't see anything. But there's a lot of work happening underneath the surface. So the roots are going deep and wide, deep and wide. And when the time is right, your tree starts to grow. And you can grow any kind of plant. It could be a tree, it could be a flower, it could be a sailboat, it could be a swing, it could be a baby, it could be anything, anything. And then release back down. Starting as a mountain, stable, steady. Drop the seed. The roots start to grow. You can't see anything on the surface. You can't see anything on the surface. And then when the time is right, the sun is perfect, the water is there, when the external environment are good enough, then you decide to grow or to show your tree, rather. Show the world what your tree looks like. And then release back down. And then we do this over and over and over again. Okay, let's do hip width apart. Hip width apart, spread the toes. Release the knees down. And then sit back on your heels. Sit back on your heels to really open up those toes. And then come back up, untuck the toes, get the knees wide, big toes to touch, and then release the hips to your heels for child's posture. Inhale, come back up. And now, as an awakened child, tuck the toes again. What picture would you draw? So use your fingers, as many as you want. Take some paint, and then draw that new picture that a awakened child would draw. What does the external world look like in that awakened child's world? What does it look like? Draw that picture. And then give that heel a little hello. And then take your left hand and maybe write the story. Write the story from an awakened child. So write the story of the world, the perfect world for an awakened child. What would that world look like? Write the story, describe it with words. And then give that heel a little dot. And then let's put these together. So paint and words, images and words. Let's put it together and draw and write that story where the external and internal world are friendly, supportive, and peaceful. And then place your hands in your back pockets and allow that world to come into you and spread out from you. So you inhale that perfect world and you exhale that perfect world. Okay, now create that support. Tuck the toes, lean into your support, bring the knees off, and then stay here in dolphin for a few moments. And then bend the knees, and come back up to standing. Okay, so let's get ready for the seated meditation. Okay, and I'm going to read the words of Dalai Lama one more time. The surrounding situation may not be so friendly. It may even be hostile. But if your inner mental attitude is right, then the situation will not disturb your inner peace. On the other hand, if your attitude is not right, then even if you are surrounded by good friends and the best facilities, you cannot be happy. This is why mental attitude is more important than external conditions. Despite this, it seems to me that many people are more concerned about their external conditions and neglect the inner attitude of mind. I suggest that we should pay more attention to our inner qualities. Okay, so with that in mind, sit up tall. Take a breath. Find your seat. Bring your awareness to your breathing. And then either lower your gaze or close your eyes. And then I'll be quiet. We have about 9-10 minutes. Here we go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. If you want to, you can bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands with love and compassion. Gently bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old. Thank your inner guide, your past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste.